A prior video on making a homemade jelly plate. I wanted to try it, so I did. So this is just, I'm going to show you that it does work. The only thing I notice is it takes a little more paint than the store brand, the store-bought. But I'm getting ready to make a junk journal on the book of Ephesians out of the Bible, and I purchased a kit that I print off from Jesus Junk Journals, and she has a YouTube channel and an Etsy site. So I've learned a lot from Pam, who owns it, but you can see it does work. The jelly plate, this is one of them that I did. Another one. And I wanted to show you this one. At first it was a flop. It turned into a big gold blob. But then I added another layer with some other colors, and so it fixed it. So later on I fold this in half, and then of course that's when the journal comes together. So I had to go find some other paper because I want to actually do this where you can see it. So I'm just going to put it on the other side of this. This here is awesome. I really like it. It's metallic acrylic paint. The only thing about it is it's kind of goopy and it's thick. So you really have to work on spreading it a little bit. Here's a one that I did on another piece of paper, but you can't tell on the camera, but in the regular daylight, it really shimmers. It's also part of that book of Ephesians junk journal I'll be working on. Anyway, so I want to try to keep this video a little short. So I'm just going to add a little yellow, maybe. Like I said, it usually takes, ooh, that's a little too much. That's a little too much. I'll take that out. There we go. Not like getting your fingers into your work, right? And here's some green, light green. I just use the good stuff from the Dollar Tree, acrylic paint. Anyways, then I learned this from Pam. She always uses white. I like it because it kind of lightens up the picture. It's not so dark. And I will put one little droplet down here of the gold. You probably won't be able to see it because it'll blend in. So you can see it spreads pretty good. You just have to get enough paint on there. The store-bought, it's like you just use a little paint and it goes a long way. Okay. So, and then I always like to do this because I use these pages later. So I went around the yard and grabbed some maple leaves, my maple tree. That, and then I grabbed this guy, a piece of fern. So put him there. He's got a lot of seeds on the back. And here's a different maple. And that one. And just fill it up a little more. And then I'm just going to put this right there on top of it. Like, how about like that? See what happens. Okay, and then you put this on top. And you just have to be careful not to get any paint on your hands and then put it on your print on top. Okay. You gotta go fairly fast because you want to catch it before the paint dries. Now you can see the big fern. There's hardly nothing there. There's hardly nothing there. So I'm just going to touch it right there real quick just to add some color. There, that'll work. And then you can actually take all this off afterwards and you can let it dry and then do another layer. And that's what I did with this one. So anyway, there you go. You see that the homemade jelly plate works just as good as the store-bought.